great to get you on the show. A lot of people very, very excited about this. Welcome. First things first, I hear you're hosting a barbecue this afternoon. Is that true?
Yes, I don't know how you know that, but yes, we're doing barbecue. For sure, after the race, we had a good race yesterday, so just want to chill, relax a bit, having a barbecue with the team. So currently I'm really feeling relaxed, and I'm happy.
Yeah, it was a brilliant P7 for you yesterday. It really was. Brilliant points finish for yesterday. How are you feeling? How's the car feeling?
Yeah, I think the team brought amazing updates. I think it's much better than Australia that I felt in a race, especially. I don't think that if we couldn't brought that update, I don't think I couldn't achieve like that result. So we're definitely going forward, which is really important. It's better than going backward or stay the same. So I think I achieved 7th in the points, and which is really like Danica said, every race counts. So I think this was a really good. But obviously we have to keep working to find top midfield to achieve 15th team championship that we aiming for. Yeah.
Danica, have you got a question for Yuki?
Oh, I have so many questions. First off, Yuki, great job yesterday. The conditions at Imola looked very challenging. So maybe you could tell me about what you guys were dealing with, what you were dealing with out there, and how you were able to use those tricky conditions to your advantage.
Yeah, I think the race before, the rain drops quite hard. I expect it's going to be rain conditions start. Actually, I was even expecting like safety car start. But this year's the tire changes to 30 inches to 18 inch, and I felt like it's hard to warm up the tires compared to last year's tire. So like I expect it's gonna be hard to warm up the tires. So I was talking with Pierre. I think we will struggle, especially warming up the tire. I think all of the drivers if it's a safety car start, but. Went normal start. I think rain just stopped, and it was like really similar as last year's Imola. And I think we started intermediate, and also pretty much I think already dry first lap, and it's getting dry lap by lap. And I think lap 12 from then starts to get really dry, and a couple of drivers starts to goes in the pit and changes dry, and dry tires went faster. So I think it was really similar. First half, I think just everyone's tried to extend the first stint as much as possible to change the tire late as possible to try to have only one stop in the end. Yeah.
Well, Yuki, we've certainly seen, many pockets of talent from you in your seasons in F1. But one thing I think you, me and Danica as drivers can all agree on is that we can always learn from the drivers around us. And I think yesterday in an interview, we interestingly heard you saying that you had learned from driving around Lewis Hamilton and even from having him behind you in the past. Can you touch on a little bit more what you learned from him exactly?
Yeah, I think, Lewis having a difficult year currently compared to definitely last year. But always not just I would say Lewis. Of course, Lewis had a lot of experience. Like Danica said, one of the most successful driver in the Formula One history. So I always try to learn, of course, every drivers have a lot of talent. Everyone's different, taking a different approach. It's really interesting to watch, even watching the back mirror, how they approach. All drivers different. So I can learn a lot of things, and it's better to have those kind of skills. More skills you have, more you can adapt to any situation. Mm-hmm. So that's why yes, I got questions, especially from the Lewis, and how he tried to close the gap even in the dirty air in high speed corner. I learned a lot of things, especially last year. Especially the car was struggling to follow the car, but he managed to always keep the gap closed. and I didn't know how he was doing. And I first half especially, I was really struggling following the car, but actually I learned lots of things from his onboard. He's just taking lots of approach. He's the different line that I didn't think about. And yeah, I just this year I feel like, I think for my side, he's a much better driver than last year, and I saw a lot of builds, I think. And yeah, I think yesterday, again, I drove with him and it was fun to drive always. I'm really honored to drive with him. And yeah, again, I learned a lot of things from him.
Yeah. Danica, is that something you can relate to? Have you learned off other people on the grid?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, learning from your teammates, learning from other drivers. I remember watching in-car cameras. I'm curious, Yuki, do you guys get any kind of interesting camera views? Can you look at it from a driver's perspective? Is there anything like that available to you guys?
For me, I think same as I think you guys watching just onboard camera in the race or in qualifying. Of course, I think as a driver, we can tell like more deeply how he took his mistakes, or even we cannot recognize. I think I can tell, he's struggling, or he did well. I think just exactly the same. We're watching onboard camera, and just we learn. For my side, is always doing like slowing down the onboard, slow camera, and just watch it lap by lap, and how he approached when he turn the steering is always different, and every drivers are doing different things, so it's always fun to watch in onboard, especially. Yeah.
Well, we touched on it there just a little bit about, working and learning with your teammates. Yuki, Pierre has obviously, already had the experience of being with the big sister team. How helpful has it been to have him as a teammate? And maybe you can touch a little bit on your little bromance that you have with him as well.
I think Pierre, yesterday he beats me completely. I think one of the, I would say, strong driver in the current Formula One. He got lots of experience, and I learned a lot of things from him, especially how he approached the race week, how he built up each sessions. I was like first half of the season, I was just full sense every lap, just doesn't care about limit. And suddenly happens in Imola, in qualifying one, in first lap, I just went to the barrier. And he was in complete opposite, just taking it lap by lap and try to feel the car, how the car is, and always went Q3. That was the main thing I felt difference from him. And I learned a lot of things from him. And this year, because of him, one of the reasons I learned from him, that's why I'm able to improve myself. And from romancing him, I would say a lot of things. But yeah, I think we're having a really good relationship. I always ask him to invite his house, but he never invite me. And so but secrets, I'm having barbecue now. I guess he's now still in France because he has a periodic test tomorrow, and also myself in the Wednesday. I didn't invite him. I mean, this is a give and take. If he invites me, I will invite him. But
save him a burger. Save him something from the barbecue.
Exactly,
yeah. Give it to him as a piece.
I have to make him jealous, and maybe hopefully this will work. And hopefully this year I can go invite from him.
We hope so. Yuki, I read in, it was actually in the press conference in Australia, you were asked about your winter training regime. And is it fair to say you're not a big fan of fitness? And I'm intrigued to know the difference, Danica, between your and Yuki's fitness regimes, when you're preparing for racing.
Last year, of course I was doing training I need, but not as much as I was doing this off season, and also currently. I just don't like the gym smell. When I enter the door, I smell first. You have smell from the gym I don't like the gym smells. I don't like to see the gym equipment. Just make me feel a little bit like headache. It's like that much I really don't like. But, you know, I think, I don't know other drivers, but this is kind of, Japanese culture, most of Japanese culture, the Japanese people like inside. Like, I'm surprised that European people, like, you know, this kind other side country people like more outside. And this is like completely different. Maybe this is related to the also gym. But yeah, like one of also learned from Pierre, or, you know, got inspired. His fitness is really good. He's really strong, and that was, I felt, one of the weakest. One of the main difference I felt from him. So now I just try to make it different. You know, I still hate it. I really hate it, but this is the most thing you need currently to improve myself. And I know I knew this one, and that's why I did massive work, almost 3 times harder than last year, and that is one of the reasons I able to had a good consistent pace in the race. So yeah, just, you know, you cannot just do the one you like every time. So it is always, I feel like. And I learned myself that life is kind of compromise. And,
it's all about balance, isn't it, Yuki? It's all about balance.
Exactly.
Danica, what were your fitness regimes like when you were racing?
Well, Yuki, I think that reaction you're having to the gym, I think it's called allergic, perhaps, allergic to the gym. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you're inspired now after having a good weekend, and now you have to work out just like that all the time. Look what you did to yourself, Yuki. I worked out a lot. I love working out. I've already ran for a while. I walk the dogs. I mean, fitness for me is a passion. I actually enjoy it. I really enjoy it. So I worked out once or twice a day my whole career. So.
Yeah, this is, I think, main difference. I think, yeah, also like, my trainer also, like, he loves to, like, you know, workouts, even like 6 a.m. Even in France, and my team of AlphaTauri team boss France loves to work out at 5:30 in the morning. I never done workout in 5:30 in my life still. So yeah, I think this is the main difference, and I don't think I can change my mind to that mentality. And I think even I don't know, even retired the race, I don't think I can do workout just completely nothing. I think just maybe stay in my house, you know, holding a gaming controller and having order Uber Eats, whatever. But yeah, currently, but yeah, I don't like training, but I have to do it. Yeah.
Well, I'm curious, how many hours a day do they have you working out? Because from my observation, Formula One drivers do a lot of cardio and a lot of like cycling and running and things like that. Like if someone were to grab you and say, okay, this is what we're going to do, how many hours a day and how many days a week would they have you working out?
Every day I'm doing 4 hours. 2 hours of gym, 2 hours of endurance.
That's so much. That's so much working out. No wonder
you don't like it.
I need to catch up to the other drivers maybe because of. Yeah, this is the current schedule I'm doing. I'm having every day. Yeah, I think Formula One is really difficult to imagine how tough it is. I think it's because it's just completely different. I think world, especially how the G-force is. And I think even Imola, whatever, the neck feels tough. Of course, arms, we use whole body mainly, and also, of course, endurance. So for me, even I don't want, but I think I need to increase more training, especially when I have time. So yeah, 4 hours is, I think, kind of minimum time I'm always doing.
Wow. Miami is coming up, super exciting. Are you looking forward to it? And have you been able to drive the track on the sim?
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to it for Miami. I think for my side, it's first time I go there, second time for America. So I'm always excited to go there. I drove already simulator one time in the Red Bull. I think it's an interesting track, and I think first sector until turn 11 is kind of similar as like Suzuka or maybe in Saudi Arabia, like kind of zigzag section, high-speed zigzag. And from turn 11 to turn 16 we call it like a Formula E section, which is really, really tight. And I mentioned it also in the press conference that if it's safety car or even the first lap after start, I guess it's going to be big traffic there, because I don't know, especially turn 12, turn 13, like a small chicane, I don't think you can even overtake. Even if you have a big opportunity to overtake, I don't think it's impossible, pretty much impossible to line up two cars there. So, but after that from turn 16 onwards, there's another big straight. I think there's also DRS. And I think a lot of places you can overtake actually, and I guess it's gonna be really, really exciting. Another race track in the schedule, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Completely agree. Great to see new tracks. Danica, can we set you guys up? Can we have a barbecue or something in Miami? I feel like there's so many food options. I'm jealous I'm not going.
Well, I think that barbecue should be left to Austin. I think the Austin race is where we should do the barbecue. Famous for it there. Miami, I think we just have to hit South Beach. I'm sure there's going to be some amazing food. Yuki, is there anything in the States that you're excited about? Like, how many times have you been here, and is there a favorite food that you have here?
I just went last year Texas to America. That was the first time I went to the States, so wow. I don't think I still discovered enough yet. So but of course, obviously I ate Texas beef. Was super nice, but I think to be honest, I didn't discover enough. I just ate 2 times in the dinner. I felt I taste really good, but not surprised. So on the expectations, to be honest. So maybe for sure this is a lot of the opportunity to discover a lot. I think I just went 2 days and 2 nights, so it's definitely not enough. Miami, in my head is a good Mandarin, so I'm looking forward to it, to discover another new taste. For my dictionary.
Brilliant. Yuki, I'm sure it's going to be full of food, full of good racing, and we wish you well in Miami. And Danica, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on the coverage in Miami.
Yeah, see you in Miami.
Thank you.